Welcome, Patriots. It's a late night on Sunday, August 24th. And I just did a stream and we got into the Cracker Barrel PSYOP. And, I just went mining for memes and just found the mother lode. So we're going to do just for fun, and an analysis of the effectiveness of memes tonight. So we'll just play this until a couple chatters come on in. I don't know if anyone's up late yet, but you can watch this later.
Drop the hammer on the moon, bah, what a joke. And listen to them. That's all right. I do that all the time. Usually I have my thumb in the way.
It's like the moon is repelling him. See this? Yeah, up late. I'm not gonna be able to rig the watermark, Sean. Because of the new Prism rules. Just won't play this too again. This is so funny, I want to hear it again.
A revolver by his side. Crambo killed a la flop a doodle yellow bug, too long did he cover up top bottom it. Crambo. And the yodel goes right in there somewhere, but it's a little too high for me.
Oh, man.
Oh, where will the wedding supper be? Crambo. Where will the wedding supper be? Crambo. Where will the wedding supper be? Way down yonder in the in the eucalyptus tree. Crambo killed flop a doodle yellow bug, too long did it cover up top bottom it. Crambo.
All right, so just make fun of them, man. This is what is epic about memes, and it's a new communication thing, man. So if you guys aren't all into memes, there are whole channels with memes on them and stuff. And I want to turn you on to Weekend Warrior 17 on Rumble. That's where I got most of these memes, and he gets them from all kinds of people. And as you're about to see, it just explodes. All right. So one of the topics that exploded was the Cracker Barrel, and we can talk about what's going on with the Cracker Barrel thing while we're looking at these. Okay. And I think, before we get started, let's go to the voice of reason. Who's a really smart guy that we can just go, yeah, all right. So here's what Byron Donalds has to say about it. In college, I worked at Cracker Barrel in Tallahassee. I even gave my life to Christ in their parking lot. Their logo was iconic, and their unique restaurants were a fixture of American culture. No one asked for this woke rebrand. It's time to make Cracker Barrel great again. So, I like Cracker Barrel, you know? And I think we don't have to just totally reject this, all right? They're using it as a weapon, where Cracker Barrel is kind of iconic and Americana. It's part of our culture. It has to do, with times past and stuff. Yeah, they were Cora on Hayden music page. Yeah, they were totally bashing on. But like, remember what happened to Bud Light? Everybody stopped drinking Bud Light, and we decimated them. I mean, Bud Light they had to shut a factory down and all this stuff. And then Kid Rock stood up, right? He said, hey, man, I think Bud Light got the message. There were a lot of good guys that were working at Bud Light that lost their jobs, man, because of this knee-jerk reaction to it. And I think we got more power than that. And if we just stand up and make our voices heard, we can have some fun with this, and then we can get our restaurant back. We don't need to like put them out of business. But we definitely don't want to turn it into this, you know, the cackler barrel. That would just be too much, you know. So Shirlene's in the comments on the last live stream we just did, and like had a great idea, you know. She said, I called my Cracker Barrel. And she said, I don't want any of this woke stuff at Cracker Barrel. I like Cracker Barrel just the way it is, and I don't like what they say that they're going to turn the new ones into. And the manager there said, this Cracker Barrel ain't changing. I went out to my Cracker Barrel. The same sign was up. They didn't remodel the inside. I've never seen anything weird going on in there. I like the Cracker Barrel, you know. But do we want another one of our iconic restaurants to just disappear, you know? Here's a good example of that. Oh, doggone it. Like right here. Is this what's going on, right? It's Cracker Barrel. See how the generic Denny's sign is? It's very, very generic, very unculturable. I don't know, Carrie. So I was thinking, some of you guys got these AI tools where you can just talk to your computer and it'll answer you questions and stuff. And that's what a couple people did here. I got a meme on that too. But did they do this to Denny's once? Didn't Denny's used to have a really cool sign, and then they turned it into that? And Denny's is okay, but the whole Cracker Barrel thing, it's all melding into one monogamous hegemon of mind control or something. Yeah, here we go. Here we go, Carrie. So some people did this. They asked the question, who owns Cracker Barrel? And I didn't Photoshop the rest of these, but the answers were that it's owned by a corporation and that BlackRock owns like 17% of it. And BlackRock is like this crazy, huge monster that just owns like all kinds of stuff, trillions of dollars worth of our commerce. And BlackRock is one of the ones pushing for the New World Order, this transgendered world where we live in 15-minute cities and eats bugs, you know? So if you got one of them smart computer things, you could ask it all kinds of questions. Who owns Cracker Barrel? How many are they owned privately and then just leased from this company or what? Find out answers to this. And then I looked up on my Maps app and I got like 7 Cracker Barrels nearby. And just tell them this is what we want right here. If they haven't figured it out yet, let's just get this Sweeney chick in there. We want that Cracker Barrel. We don't want this Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barack. Yeah, Belinda, obesity's a problem, right? That's another thing. RFK Jr.'s getting on that. We're winning all over the place. Here's the CEO of Cracker Barrel. She shoots the Cracker Barrel logo and then's going, well, where did all our customers go? I think we're the Freedom Corner Army, man. You know, we grew up, we trained on phone calls and raising hell that way. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to call my local Cracker Barrels and tell them I don't want like gay stuff at my Cracker Barrel. I hope they're not planning on doing that. And maybe they'll give me some answers. Maybe they'll give me a free gift certificate for calling up and giving them my 2 cents. Here's what Nancy Pelosi was doing about 5 days ago. Because apparently the stock of Cracker Barrel just went through the floor. But I don't know. All it is a graph on a screen that they showed me about it. So I don't know. None of you guys like stock market gurus. Is this true? Let's see. We're looking at like August 17th to the 21st. It's dropped a large amount, 17.5%. Hey Lou, how's it going? Yeah, I just hit the Cracker Barrel meme mother load here. I wanted to roll through them this way though. Oh, here, we don't want it turning into this, but this is what's out there in meme land. Call your Cracker Barrel and say you don't want it to be the Crapper Barrel. Yeah, USA, I just was seeing something about Trump's deployed 1,400 National Guardsmen into, I don't know, 17 states. Maybe this is the subliminal message here. Is that really all it came down to? They just had to get rid of the orange man? I think that's what it was, man. They had to get rid of the orange man. They can only do it in their imaginary corporate worlds. Yeah, right, Belinda. It's hurting us, really. It's hurting us, the little people that go eat out every once in a while when we can afford it. But things are getting better, Patriots. No doubt about that. Go woke, go broke. They tried to sell us a new Snow White last year, you know? Come on, man. We want the old Snow White. We want the government to listen to what we, the people, say. The CEO of Cracker Barrel says, MAGA doesn't have to eat here. I, for one, will respect his or her wishes. So here's what I'm disagreeing with. I mean, if you call your local Cracker Barrel up and they say, yeah, we're going to put gay shit all over the place, then yeah, I wouldn't eat there anymore. But you know, I don't think it has to be that way. If Cracker Barrel has to go, it might have to go. Who knows? But I think we should be rational about it. In a world of irrationality, we can be rational. We don't have to put up with this. All you Minnesota Vikings fans. And we want the government to listen to us about this. So you're telling us that Walmart is allowed to import and sell radioactive shrimp from Indonesia, but American farmers could be thrown in jail for selling raw milk at their local farmers market. Right. Oh no, Cord, you got one of them at the one that you go to? Yeah, you know they're not right. And we're turning into a world of this, man, right here. This is what RFK is saying. We'll give you food to buy, or money to buy fruit and vegetables, but the era of the government funding your obesity is over, I believe. I hope. Guys, I'm not Indian, not a Cracker Barrel. They hate it when we just laugh at them. Go ahead, change Cracker Barrel. We're going to make fun of you. Here, why don't you just turn it into crack? Oh, yeah, Cora, right. They're out there, yeah. And I stay away. Steer clear. Or maybe if they just named it crack, you know. Just beg them that this doesn't become their advertising future here. What a ridiculous world. But anyways, on Weekend Warrior 17, this just exploded. All these different Cracker Barrel memes here. We don't like where the future's going with these people. All right, Belinda. Here, why don't you just do this? If you want that crowd in your restaurant, why don't you just do this sign, you know? Come right out and say it. What I'm shocked to hear is that Cracker Barrel has been doing this for 15 years. They've been funding gay pride parades and stuff. And I've never seen one, but there's all these news reports of this rainbow-colored rocking chair. I don't know. Is that a real news report? That's the whole thing. We're in this world where the government can just make stuff up and tell it to us. Yeah, Tammy Green, hello. I just stumbled upon the Cracker Barrel mother load of memes. And I'm sharing it with all you guys. Yeah, we saw that one already. Or here, if you don't like the other logo, here's another Hunter logo, Crack Barrel. Or why don't we just come right out and say it? Is it this? Is this what's really the core of it all? Just call it woke anti-white barrel. Okay. Now we all know. We made the phone calls. Is this what you are? Is this what's hiding? What's your agenda? We're just looking for a dinner here or a breakfast. You know, what's with all the agenda? Let's tone it down a little, you know? Let's just call it the Caucasian container. Yeah, Tammy, it's been going on for 10, 15 years with this company. It is strange timing. Because really, what should we be paying attention to? A lot. I just made a post in my posts about a John Ward video about all these investigations that they're going to be doing in Congress, digging into the Epstein files. But it goes all the way to the top. By the middle of September, we will have heard from Hillary and Bill Clinton and every single attorney general all the way back to Obama, and it's looking like it's going to be pretty interesting. It is pretty offensive, though, Tammy Green, that they've been doing this all along and we just didn't know it. Once again, I guess we were sleepy, right? We could have been more diligent, right? I don't want to turn it into this, man. Because it ain't all gay. The Rainbow Coalition. Oh my goodness. What do we call that? Fatigue. This is a nightmare I had the other night, right here. It can't turn into this. This would be better than that. Plumber's crack. Yeah, Cora, I wonder too how many other products and companies we are all using or buying are involved in this. It's pretty much corporate America, you know? Because, man, I won't be able to handle this. If this is what it's going to turn into, I am not, I'm going to have to, I don't know what I'm going to have to do. Cackler barrel. Or just come right out and say it. We'll just call it crack barrel. In the urban cities where that's the Democrat plan for everybody, we'll just call it crack barrel. Living on the Democrat plantation. Ain't that something? Here's what you never want to see. I wonder if Elon could come up with some kind of a test like this. And speaking of Elon, for all you that got into the Elon conspiracy, here's a post. Elon sitting there having dinner with Donald Trump and Melania, August 19th. Oh, that was last Tuesday. Okay. I guess that wasn't what everybody told us it was, right? Hope we're all getting the swing of things. So who's going to call their local Cracker Barrel tomorrow and tell them they don't want the place turning gay? And that's about all I got. But that was quite the mother load of memes. And that's the way it is in meme world, you know? It's a great way to have fun with it. It's a great way to communicate. It's a great way to joke around about the absurdity of these left wingers want this world to be, man. Yeah, that guy at the barrel, sitting next to the barrel, is an actual dude. Just like canceling Aunt Jemima. Right, Tammy. I don't know. Only in clown world, right? Right on, Priscilla. Freedom Corps Army. Get to work. Coffee and calls tomorrow morning. Every Cracker Barrel within a 50-mile radius. All right, Patriots. There's your mission. Check out the video I posted about the investigations that are coming up. Consider what Congress is doing right now and what the Trump team is doing right now. And they're polar opposite things. They're going to investigate the Epstein files until the middle of freaking September, in addition to trying to pass their budget. So Congress is a no-show at the Patriot Party this year. You know, Trump team is moving forward, but just pay attention who is moving in that direction and who is not. And Tammy Green, you are moving in the right direction. We got phone numbers in the chat already. Right on, Tammy Green. There's a start. I'm writing that down. And Shirlene, thanks for putting this idea in my head tonight. That was a great comment in the last video. I appreciate that. And I just had the time for it. God said, do this. So, and it happened. Everything worked. 1-800-333 9566. I hope that's a good number. Or you can just go in your Maps app if you're a geekhead on a phone, like most of us are now. Go into Maps, type in Cracker Barrel, search nearby, and they'll all pop up. And you can go to each one and go to their site and get their phone number, and you can do it that way, man. Right on, Tammy Green. They're based in Lebanon, Tennessee. It appears that way here now, but I haven't talked to any managers yet on any phones around here. So, yeah, there we go. That's what God trained us to do. So let's do it. We're just battle between good and evil, right? All right, I'm going to turn on out of here. This was fun. Going freestyle on a Sunday night. God bless you, Patriots. This is Jericho, over and out.